EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Jets going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's get you out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 9 matchup.
Larry, it was a little late in getting here, but autumn has arrived on a beautiful November day in Miami, Florida. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins.
Zebra, set, blue.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. Fighting through. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
Blue 10, blue 10.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. And a very capable offensive unit here. One of the headliners, Jordan Cameron.
He's listed as a tight end, but he's at his best when he flexes away from the line of scrimmage and runs routes like a receiver.
Ready, wide 20.
The wide receiver
wide
moving
20.
to a new spot.
Hut.
On third and short, to give it the tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Set, wide.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill finding time. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
2nd and just 1. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Ace. Ready, blue 10. Blue, zebra.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. He gets it to Sims, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
And the defense for New York.
Leonard Williams was one of the top draft picks coming out of USC, and he's done nothing to diminish the comparisons people make of past greats.
Zebra. Ready, wide, ace.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Then here's the all-rookie punter from 2015, Matt Darr, on now to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Ace. Here we go.
First down, Bradford. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a New York first. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Black 58, Royal. Black 58, Royal.
Bradford now to throw on first down. And he's got Decker, left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Black 58, Royal. Black 58, Royal. Here we go. So. Black 58, Royal. Green 90. Black 58.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a third down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. When you're not allowed to climb, you got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there, and a really nice play resulted for them.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Bradford. Here's a screen to Powell. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
A look at the starting side for the offense and Brandon Marshall.
I think the thing that impresses me most about Brandon Marshall is his strength. How he runs his routes, how he wins against defensive backs downfield, how it's so tough to keep him from getting the football.
Bradford now. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So on comes the field goal unit for the Jets. Here's Nick Folk. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So our initial drive here this afternoon results in 3. I'm not sure that was a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
No question about it, Brandon. You had a crowd that was all fired up during pregame introductions, yet you're able to quiet them just a little bit by taking the early lead.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound...
And a loose football. And caught by Cameron right side. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Ray, blue 10. Blue 10. Dagger.
Back to throw, Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. And New York set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Ready!
Now Bradford on second down. It's complete. He's got Eric Decker. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. This is the running back, Powell. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Ready!
Now a second down throw for Bradford, eluding the pressure right. And it's caught by Decker for a Jets touchdown. Eric Decker, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And out come the Dolphins now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the pickup, and the Dolphins are going to get a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Rolling to his left. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Cameron, the man in motion. Tannehill now. They give to Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They run again with Ajayi. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Zebra! Dagger!
One receiver left, 2 to the right.
Hey! 20! Wow!
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 11 on the gain there. And it's first down, Miami.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
He gets it to Sims, complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket, that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They come out here in the eye. Time to step aside. We'll come back to Miami after this. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Ready! Wide, 20! Wide!
They run with Ajayi. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. No, Ryan Tannehill slow to get up here. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go!
A 2nd down throw for Bradford. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked by the... And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski.
Ace! Ace!
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They start the drive with a give to Powell. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And quickly, they get to the line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 2nd down, Bradford. Got an open man, it's Enunwa. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and go.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. First down, Bradford. Dumps off to Powell. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So they're operating in the red zone.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Ready, ace. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Here we go now. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Z. Left.
Bradford on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he's into the clear. The 40. The 20. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Cundefon for the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will take a knee here. So per the new rules in 2016, this will be brought out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Bradford now. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught inside the 15. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you up to Orlando. And with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Larry Ridley. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Here we go now.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Marshall. That one goes for 24 yards.
That was a nice completion on an out route. And those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, That's a big day.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And down inside the 15 he goes. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
From the red zone now, Bradford. This will be caught just inside the 10. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Here we go now.
Again, it's Bradford. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Condifon for the PAT. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. The New York set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Second down to the offense needing 5 yards.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Blue 45.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
39. Black 58, rail. Black 58.
A first down throw for Bradford. Right side, there's Decker. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give him such space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Flush to his right. Anunwa's got it, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on second down and 3. Now it's the backup Smith. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Geno on first down. That is caught at the 7. And they do stop him, but he takes it.
Difficult because